Yep, for sure. A little bit of an advantage for sure for Perplexed here, but it's all going to come down to this burst on the boss. Perplexed doesn't really have a comp that you would consider to be the best burst comp, whereas PIME is like full in on the burst, right? They've got the Balanced Druid for the Celestial Alignment Convoke, where they can just do a ridiculous amount of burst damage on the boss. They've got the Priest, they've got the Holy Paladin's probably going to actually top damage outside of the Convoke, I'd have to say. So we'll see how much faster they're going to be. We know PIME is going to easily burst this in one phase, but I'm curious to see how clean Perplexed can be with their burst phase.
Yeah, Perplexed is about to trigger that first. We also see a Fear coming out, unfortunately, and no totem or anything to get rid of that, so they just have to sit through it, and they're now triggering their face. So let's see how much damage they have on Ingra as all of the cooldowns are being popped. We also see the PI and the combustion, of course, coming out of Wolf Disco, just melting Ingra. I'm not sure if they're gonna get it all done? Yes, okay, there we go. Ingra is just completely melting, but not as fast as it was melting for PIME. PIME just completely destroyed that boss. Even though they reached the phase quite a bit later, they finished off the boss so much faster that they now made up the time they lost on the previous trash pack. Yeah, that was an insane pull. It was really close as well. Everyone was dropping so low. Not sure if they planned to do this or if this is something they came up with later on, but look at the time, right? It's 12 minutes 30 into this dungeon, and they only have Tredova left to kill, so this is going to be an incredibly fast run by both of these teams. Look at the single target damage. Of course, we do have the damage from the Paladin that still is going to be coming up. So Ashen Hollow not popped yet, if you can look at the damage meter. So there's going to be a huge increase in damage soon by PIME, as they're also popping that Bloodlust as well. Perplexed also has Bloodlust running, and look at the damage. They're actually catching up. Perplexed is now ahead on boss damage compared to PIME. So this is going to be incredibly close, especially with those 5 seconds that we still have on the board in favor of Perplexed.
But look at the cooldowns that are going to be coming up here for PIME in about 20 to 30 seconds here. The CA is available for Clicks. He's almost surely just waiting for the Convoke to be back up and for those larvas to be dead, and then he'll be bursting the boss down here. Is there time, though? Also, Igloo, man, Igloo, the cooldowns have come up for him, and he's just topping the meters on the boss right now. Just HPAL things. Of course, the Convoke is now up for Clicks. Tredova is getting completely bursted down in that CA Convoke cooldown here. And man, PIME has just played this dungeon to essentially perfection here. Outside of the one death from Curry here, Tredova is going to be going down for them. All they'll need to do after this is deal with one final trash mob here. How do you beat this comp right here, right? The HPAL just seems to be so strong.
So Hakar dies for the Guardians just as it gets pulled for the Alliance. There they go, the Bloodlust and all of the cooldowns, the Ashen Hallow coming out. And I don't think they're going to get another Ashen Hallow. I think this is the last Ashen Hallow of the dungeon. So here it is. Yeah, less than 4 minutes until this thing is over. So this is their last big moment of huge Paladin damage. You can see competing with a combusting mage and surpassing him. Oh my goodness.
And that's even without PI. The PI wasn't off cooldown. Imagine how much more damage he'd be doing if he had the PI too. He's still holding at 20k DPS, and they're more than 30 seconds into this boss. This is just the strength. They're extending their cooldowns. They're slamming those hammers. They're doing so much damage. It's utterly ridiculous what they can pull off. And then once again, look at the boss splits. The boss 3 split for Obey Alliance. Again, 25 seconds, and they just didn't get a blood barrier at all. Is that real? I didn't see a single blood barrier go off. That or they popped the shield instantly.
That will be pretty big value as Echo getting on in here, starting the boss while PIME still finishing off that Pride and the Trash Pull. Echo going to grab some of the extra little mobs, tagging them, and then running into the boss, and those mobs will come and join the party as well. There's the Ashen Hallow coming down from Zalia. All the cooldowns, Power Infusion deployed actually on Gingy, not on Zalia this time around, it looks like. Actually, I could be wrong. It could be on Zalia. Regardless, all the stuff being used by Echo, and you can see it's going to be Fragments and Zalia actually fighting for that top damage spot. PIME getting started on the boss as well. Very identical plan being used here.
I know previously people were actually using PI on the DKs on this boss because of Army. I know that was definitely one of those things that was used on the DKs, at least from Obey Alliance yesterday. I don't know what solutions people have determined. Okay, it looks like Clicks got Power Infusion from on the side of PI. I couldn't tell if Frag got it from Echo or not.
Yeah, I thought I saw the animation on Gingy, but I can't be sure. as even though Jinji was 4th on damage there, he's still doing quite a bit. And 10k DPS, 4th place as that is it's a tough spot to be in for sure.